A telephone call was held between His Royal Highness the Deputy King, Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, and the President of the State of Palestine, Mahmoud Abbas. During the call, His Royal Highness extended his greetings of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa to His Excellency Abbas. The Deputy King emphasized that supporting the legitimate rights of the Palestinian people supports security and peace. His Royal Highness highlighted the importance of providing humanitarian relief, food, water, electricity and medical aid into the Gaza Strip and upholding the protection of civilians under international humanitarian laws. His Royal Highness emphasized the Kingdom of Bahrain's firm position, highlighting the importance of a just solution on the Palestinian issue through promoting and supporting comprehensive peace efforts. This should lead towards a two-state solution in accordance with the Arab peace initiatives and the peace and adherence to the initiatives that are only way to help ensure the Palestinian people's rights to establish an independent state with East Jerusalem as its capital. His Royal Highness the Deputy King Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa met with the U.S. Secretary of State Antony J. Blinken. His Royal Highness highlighted that the Kingdom of Bahrain supports all regional and global efforts to achieve security and stability, which serves as a foundation for continued regional and global development, with the United States of America and its allied countries playing a crucial role in consolidating the foundations of international peace and security. During the meeting, regional and global developments, including providing humanitarian relief, food, water, electricity, medical aid, and civilian protection in the Gaza Strip, were discussed. His Royal Highness the Deputy King emphasized the Kingdom's support for the de-escalation and peace efforts to promote regional security and stability. His Royal Highness affirmed the strength of the bilateral relations between Bahrain and the United States, which further bolsters strategic partnerships at various levels. The Comprehensive Security, Integration and Prosperity Agreement (CCIBA) was highlighted as a cornerstone for joint Bahrain-US cooperation across various sectors, notably security, defense, advanced technology, trade and investment, as well as its contributions to strengthening regional security and economic development. A number of senior officials also attended the meeting. The first Bahrain Psychiatry Conference was held within the participation of 28 leading experts, researchers and practitioners in the field of mental health, who shared their knowledge and insights on the latest developments and best practices in the field. The conference was held under the patronage of the chairman and of the Supreme Council of Health, Lieutenant General Dr. Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdullah Al Khalifa. A wide range of topics was covered, including the latest advances in diagnosis, treatment and research in the field of psychiatry and psychological interventions. The Royal Humanitarian Foundation organized the first Bahraini Family Forum, which comes in the context of the Foundation's strategic direction to adopt various family initiatives through which it seeks to develop family ties, educate and raise family awareness, and preserve the positive aspects of mental health so that family members can face life's pressures positively and realize their potential in the community. On this occasion, Secretary General of the Royal Humanitarian Foundation, Dr. Mustafa Said, stated that the foundation is very keen to adopt such family initiatives that are in the interest of the Bahraini family, noting the importance of the family in the stability and prosperity of the society. He said that such family initiatives are organized every year through hosting a number of specialists in the family affairs and inviting all of the foundation's partners from the government and private agencies and all specialists in family programs. The Independent Ombudsman Office will organize an international conference on the occasion of the celebration of the 10th anniversary of its inauguration under the title The Effectiveness of Ombudsmen in Institutional Work and Their Role in Promoting Respect for Human Rights from October 18th to 19th. The Ombudswoman, Ms. Ghada Hamid Habib, affirmed that this conference is a platform for those interested in the work of ombudsman offices from all over the world to come together to discuss and exchange ideas related to the work of their institutions and their role in promoting human rights. In addition, selected topics have been chosen through several activities sessions that engage in important issues in the field of ombudsman offices' work with their historical and reference aspects and the most important standards and policies that govern their mandate, where experts specialized in this field will give speeches. The conference will also provide an opportunity for communication and cooperation between many stakeholders, academics, and executive officials who will attend. The Bahrain Institute for Political Development will hold a closing ceremony for the second edition of Hypo Youth Program, where the winning initiatives of the teams participating in the program will be announced. The second edition, organized by the Bahrain Institute for Political Development, comes in implementation of the visions and aspirations of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa to focus on the necessity of empowering youth and considering them a national priority to stimulate their effective participation as a workforce and a constructive force that contribute to the positive progress of the nation. The program included providing training courses and workshops in addition to holding meetings with a number of ministers and senior officials in the country and presenting innovative initiatives related to the Institute's mission and goals. The Arab Parliament held its first session of the fourth session of the third legislative term at the headquarters of the League of Arab States in Cairo, headed by President of the Arab Parliament Adil bin Abdulrahman Al-Assoumi. The session began by observing a minute of silence for the souls of the martyrs of the Kingdom of Bahrain, as well as the victims recently lost in a number of Arab countries. Al-Assoumi stressed during his speech that the Arab Parliament fully supports the Kingdom of Bahrain and stands in solidarity with it in this painful affliction. Expressing its sincere condolences to the families of the martyrs, he added that the Parliament supports all Arab and international endeavors aimed at reaching a lasting and comprehensive political solution to the Yemeni crisis in a way that preserves Yemen's unity and sovereignty. The Speaker of the Arab Parliament offered his sincere condolences to His Majesty the King, His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, to the General Command of the Bahrain Defense Force, and to the people of the Kingdom of Bahrain and the martyrs of duty who made the ultimate sacrifice for their homeland, giving up their lives to fulfill their sacred national duty. During its session, the Arab Parliament also discussed a number of important topics, most notably the latest developments and events taking place in the Palestinian arena. The UAE President, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, received President of the Democratic Republic of Timor-Leste, Jose Rosmo Hotra, who is on a working visit to the United Arab Emirates. During the meeting, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed extended a warm welcome to President Ramos Horta, expressing his wishes for a successful visit aimed at advancing relations between the two nations. His Highness and President Ramos Horta discussed cooperation in various sectors, especially across economy, trade and investment, in addition to sustainability and the climate action. Both sides expressed their keen interest in accelerating the development of bilateral relations and achieving sustainable development and prosperity for their people. Moroccan monarch His Majesty King Mohammed VI chaired the opening of the new session of the Parliament with a speech in which he stressed the great will of Morocco, king and people, to rebuild what was destroyed by the earthquake of September 8th. During his speech at the opening of the parliament, the Moroccan monarch thanked the brotherly and friendly countries for their solidarity and support for Morocco and its people following the devastating earthquake that struck the El Houz region. King Mohammed VI also praised the solidarity and cooperation of the people of Morocco with each other in the face of the earthquake and its aftermath, and other challenges that reflect the original Moroccan identity. Present in the Parliament chamber were IMF Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva and World Bank Group and as well as a World Bank Group President. Gulf Cooperation Council Secretary General Jassim Mohammed Libdewi has said that the participation of the Council member states in the annual meeting of the World Bank Group WBG and the International Monetary Fund IMF confirms the great interest they attach to participating in the international community to find solutions to many economic programs, including the eradication of poverty and enhancing food security. This came during the Libdewi's participation in the annual meeting of the World Bank and the IMF in the city of Marrakesh, Kingdom of Morocco. The Secretary General stated that the GCC countries constantly strive to engage in meetings and conferences aimed at addressing economic crises such as poverty and food security and their effects. Libdewi stressed the need for creating a unified global guide that keeps pace with and confronts the new interconnected global challenges caused by natural variables such as climate change and the crises that the world is witnessing due to conflicts and wars. Regarding climate change and its effects, he stated that the GCC countries are determined to confront the impacts of climate change, which significantly affect global poverty rates. The UN Office for Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, OCHA, said humanitarian workers face a $37 billion funding shortfall to respond to emergencies which affect millions of people in need around the world. That's the message from OCHA, which said that out of more than $55 billion required to assist 248 million people this year, donors have provided just under a third of that as of the end of September, which is even less than this time last year. OCHA said the monthly decrease of global humanitarian funding is of great concern. The humanitarian response plans for the Central African Republic and Somalia have been the sharpest funding shortfalls compared to last year, by as much as 33% less in the case of Somalia. Funding for 8 other humanitarian emergencies in Afghanistan, Chad, Colombia, Ethiopia, Honduras, Mozambique, Syria and Venezuela has dropped by more than 10%. Saudi Arabia's 4th Al Ula Dates Festival opened on Friday under the slogan Taste of Our Pride. Organized by the Royal Commission for Al Ula, the annual celebration offers a cultural experience for visitors while boosting the local and national economy. Events will take place every Friday and Saturday until November 11th. One of its main aims is to make Al Ula dates more popular and competitive on local, regional and international markets. That is in line with the goals of Vision 2030, which seeks to strengthen the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia's position as the world's largest date producer. During the 2 months of the festival, the Commission also stages various courses and workshops to allow producers and other interested parties to learn new skills and share their expertise. Al Ula is home to more than 2 million palm trees dotted across 10,000 hectares of dedicated farmland.